We start here where KZN emergency services remain on high alert. They worked through the night dealing with the heavy rain and localized flooding. The weather service is warning of more heavy rains after a tornado had ripped through eNCA just yesterday. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is in eNCA in KwaZulu-Natal, and my colleague Ronald Masinda being in the Eastern Cape. Colleagues, a very warm good morning to you. And Ronald, if I may just start with you. I mean, yesterday when we had a conversation about a different topic, though, that was on the lack of, infrastructure maintenance at a police station. It was raining, it was cold, it was wet, and I understand the temperatures remain the same today.
Yes, indeed. In fact, the temperatures remain the same, and it's been raining since Sunday from the conversations that we've been having with Izibonele informal settlement residents. They are a group of around 500 who occupied a piece of land near Scenery Park since 2015. They say that they had no choice to illegally occupy the piece of land as they had no other means. But what we will do now is show you visuals in the background. We all seeing a river, and the residents are saying that when it rains hard here, the water becomes even worse, and some have been evacuated. I'm going to be speaking to a community leader. Sisiyoli sasabulela ixesha lakho. Sisi nayibona imeko yalapha. Umbuzo utheni ningajongi indawo?
Asikwazi bhuti wami ukujoyina enye indawo ngoba asina choice, zonke indawo zigcwele.
Umasipala nikhe nancokola naye ngoba ingathi ezimvula ziyaqina iminyaka yami.
Ukhansila wethu esinaye uPearl Hans uyayazi okubana sihlala endaweni enjena, but akuna way forward ethathwayo. Xana kufika imvula emalunga nolhlobo kuye kufike mhlambi udisaster after a week abhalise nje abantu angaphinde abuye. Umzekelo bekhe kwanetha imvula last month wafika udisaster yaphelela apho, asinazi food parcel, asinazi ntoni, ziyemka ingubo kuthekeni siphinde sibethelele. Abanye babanye irufu zimkile ngomoya wemvula iphelele apho.
Bakhona abantu abakhe bakhalaza even imfuyo abanayo ngoba sizibona nehagu apha ku background banazo ziyafa imeko xa iwesi apha. Ningabahlali sikhona esinye isigqibo nizosithatha since le meko ayi-improve?
Asinaso esinye isigqibo mhlekazi wami. Abanye abantu injalo bayafelwa because bafuyile zindawo esigobe kuzo amatyholo, izinto zethu sizenza apha. Asinayo enye way forward. Still sizawuphinda siqhubekeke sihlelele loo nto.
Ucouncillor wenu uthini? Bekhe waza naye mhlambi azobona imeko niphila kuyo?
Ukhansila wethu uphelela phaa endleleni, akangeni apha ngaphakathi abone uba what is happening inside.
Ngokuvalelisa ngeziphi ezinye mhlambi izikhalazo nazo ninazo ii-services mhlambi amanzi nombane?
Umbane yeyona challenge enye esingenayo ngosithethayo sizawugqiba iminyaka asinambane. Ukhansila akanayo enye into ayithethayo ngobana siyahamba ithini into, nomasipala uyayazi basihleli kule ndawo, ikhona indawo eyizibonele eScenery Park eWard 10.
Okay, sabulela sisi ngexesha lakho. Well, as I try to turn, Tumela nearly fell there because it's quite muddy, but it also illustrates the difficulty that many people are faced with in these areas. They are saying that they have no other choice but to stay here, and that in as much as their calls have fallen on deaf ears for such other infrastructure as electricity, the municipality and authorities have not been helpful to them. She also made mention that some people are also trying to do small-scale farming, and as you can probably see in the background, we saw a few pigs in the background, and some pigs have succumbed to these floods in the past, swept away here by the river. So people are really raising concerns. Some have left this area. We are seeing also unoccupied informal settlements as the rains continue. They are saying they have nowhere else to go. They will endure what they've been enduring since 2015.
Quite concerning indeed, just in terms of the state of living due to those weather conditions. From where you stand, Ronald, Masinda, let me head over to KwaZulu-Natal now. Lethiwe, Mdluli, that's where you are. You are in Nanda, I understand, colleague at this time. We've seen the visuals on social media in terms of that tornado ripping through parts of Nanda as well. Gift of the Givers saying they're also on standby to intervene and bring some sort of relief. But from where you stand, what's the extent of the damage caused by this weather condition?
Well, good morning, Dumelo. Right now we are outside Ohlange High School. I just want to show you the infrastructural damages that have been caused by the heavy rains and also the tornado that we saw rip through Nanda Township. This is a community hall just outside the school, and as you can see, the electricity supply here has been affected, and we have learned from the municipality as well that water supply has been affected. This is the damages or the aftermath of what happened yesterday. As you can see, the light poles are also affected. I also want to speak to some of the community members here in Nanda and ask them what they saw yesterday. But from what we're seeing right now, as we've been driving around this morning, we've seen a few homes that were devastated by the winds yesterday, and we've also seen some of the rivers that were overflowing yesterday, which affected a lot of homes. So far, the Department of Cooperative Governance and also eThekwini Municipality is reporting that 2 people sustained minor injuries, and we are also hearing that there were a few homes that were affected in this township. In the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal, there were also places that were affected. There were also accidents that were caused during the heavy rains. Right now, we are waiting for the disaster management team here in eThekwini, which will be here in Nanda shortly, along with the Premier. They'll be receiving a briefing and then also giving us a briefing as to how many people have been affected and also how many people need to be relocated, because we do understand that a few homes which are in low-lying areas had to be evacuated overnight.
All right, Lethiwe, this is where we'll leave it for now as we try to find what means of intervention are currently in place to assist in terms of that infrastructure damage. Lethiwe are for us in KwaZulu-Natal, Ronald, Masinda in the Eastern Cape. Colleagues, I'll leave it at that for now and come back to you as soon as there are any other developments with regards to weather conditions, of course, ripping through parts of KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape.